Welcome, you man.
Yo, welcome back.
Yeah. Incognito podcast, new episode. I don't remember which episode this is. I can't even lie. We've done it a lot.
Hey, let us know.
Five, I think,
Four,
Five.
One of them.
We don't know, but you man go watch all of them.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyways, we're all good. We're all out here as usual. Today we've got a special topic, or I can't say special, man. I don't even know the guys they think. This shit's a bit mad.
Sticky ones.
It's a sticky conversation, fam. But what it is the Lil Nas X music video.
Controversial.
That he dropped not too long ago, man. Me personally, I think that video was fucked.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either, and I still think
watched it, and I was scarred.
Simple.
We told my man not to watch it.
He didn't listen.
He didn't listen.
I didn't listen, but I tried to be stubborn. It didn't go.
Now he regrets, fam. Man's got PTSD from that. Just so mad, you get me? I'm glad I didn't watch it, but I was scrolling through Instagram.
Okay, you watched it. From your experience, what can you tell us? How was the video?
Fam, the video was like, it's definitely demonic,
I'm hearing my man was twerking on. Bro, he was twerking on Satan. Bro,
twerking on Satan.
Crazy, fam.
Wait, I think I saw like a clip on Instagram. Like he was going to heaven, then suddenly went all the way back to hell again. Like,
is it?
yeah, he was going to heaven, then like a stick or whatever that thing came. Then my man
it
chose
was
to
a
go.
pole, innit?
It was a pole, yeah, it was a pole, yeah.
Then
Then my man tried to go there with, bro.
I don't know, so a lot these days, these rappers are trying to glorify hell. I don't know, they think it's a joke or something, I don't know.
To be honest,
Hell is real. You don't want to go there. I'm telling you, you do not want to go there.
But my man went there though.
Play it, so.
My man went there, started grinding on Satan or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop.
Bro,
But to
when
be
my man
honest-
actually goes there, we'll see if he's gonna be able to do that, fam.
Fire. Fire.
These rappers, like, they're puppets, innit? It's like, I feel like there's a bigger agenda behind this, and they just use these rappers to push certain agendas, like this weird stuff. But it's still not an excuse, innit? I feel like everyone should have morals and standards, innit?
Yeah.
And they should be able, we're making a lot of money, but not everything's about money, innit? Certain things you have to be like, yo, this is what I stand for, and it's not aligned with that, so I can't promote it.
Exactly.
So,
Now I feel like
that was terrible, man.
I feel like those artists that do this kind of stuff, so like Cardi B, for example, and Lil Nas X and them, man. I feel like
Wait, what, demonic shit or like controversial shit in general?
demonic shit.
What, they can't do this one as well?
I mean, not necessarily demonic, but like,
What she promotes.
yeah, what
See your lifestyle, like.
yeah, the
finesse
secure
and get money.
lifestyle,
That's a controversial.
Controversy,
Yeah,
Exactly.
controversial.
I feel like those artists themselves are just puppets, innit? It's the people behind it who direct like the music videos and stuff that actually are trying to push an agenda, fam.
I think they do it because controversy sells it.
It does for
Bro,
sure,
like,
but
it creates all this, like, all these people talking about it.
and they are the
Those
ways of
trends, yeah.
creating controversy though.
But in order for something to be controversial, it has to be
Fucked.
like basically.
It has to contradict the norms.
Yeah.
Alright.
And look at the Up music video and shit.
Yeah.
You know, the girls lips and shit. Hello, I started talking about it, and I don't know what it went on the billboards, but it went kind of high. Same thing with this one, the Lil Nas X. Hello, I started talking about it. He got #1 billboard. Bro, I swear,
17.
#1.
What,
No, but yeah, you're right, because that's the thing, bro. They don't. I don't think they care or no. I don't know about that. But as long as they sell, they just don't give a fuck.
So you don't think they have a hidden agenda behind it? They
probably
just
do.
do it.
You're right, they
for
probably
Of
do.
course, it's a joke.
controversy.
Especially with this, what's my man's name? Lil Nas X. He even released that shoe. He tried to release that shoe.
Satan shoot.
The Satan shoe. Apparently, real human's blood in the soul.
Do you know how fucked that is?
Oh!
I heard that.
Come on, man. Like, okay, it's gonna create controversy, but there's many ways of creating controversy, fam. And for them to go that far, they must have planned it, man. This is not the type of thing you just come up with in the space of a day. It must have been planned. They knew exactly like what they were doing, fam.
The collab wasn't even genuine. So they found a random manufacturer, sent them the shoe, and they just did it with high max back. That's why they got thingy now.
You know, obviously, like they got some mad heat with it, like backlash for what they did.
Yeah.
Do you think they actually anticipated that that's gonna happen?
100%.
Yeah.
That's how they did it.
That's the plan. That's the plan. they want that controversy.
They want people to talk.
Exactly. They want
More
people to talk
sales,
about
more
it.
clicks.
All publicity is good
All
publicity.
publicity is good, yeah.
Facts.
Usually you're
That's
taught
how
in
they
media,
see it.
because one of my boys doing media, what they're taught is that any type of publicity, good or bad, is essentially good.
Exactly.
because
That's
it's
what
good.
with Trump as well.
Yeah, you're putting yourself out there. So once you're putting yourself out there, people are talking about you. Therefore, more people are gonna know about you, and it's just gonna spread.
100%.
So,
More
and
money.
eventually you'll get buyers basically.
Monetize
in the
it.
process. Yeah. So,
Shout out to our guy over there behind the camera.
Shout out to our guy.
Guys been speaking facts always.
Facts.
Yeah.
Nah, my take on it is it's fucked. I didn't know what to think when I saw it. I didn't watch it, but I saw a couple clips of it on Instagram. And now, like, it's mad because whenever I see like clips of it on Instagram, I scroll past it.
Oh, yeah, same.
I'm really not trying to see that shit, fam. I don't want to be scarred like my man next to me, fam. Just like this.
Listen, man's raising these kids in Africa, simple, bruv. And having none of them exposed to this nonsense.
Even talking about kids, you know how I had that tune before? The Old Town Road. He had how many kids were listening to that shit? Man, he did it performing at schools in America.
Oh, yeah.
I swear. So that means
He's
not majority of his audience,
Yeah.
but some of his audience were little kids.
Yeah.
So obviously they would be following this shit right with that, and then now he's releasing this shit.
You know how
Now they're
crazy
gonna be
that is.
watching that.
It's
Bro,
polluting their minds.
That's how you know there could be
I think they do on purpose.
Exactly.
It's like
It's
pre-planned, yeah, bro.
Fam, you start off small with some banger
To grab
that
their
everyone
attention,
likes.
bro.
Exactly. Bro, because me personally, I rated him the first time.
It's like yeah, it's a guy, young guy.
Exactly.
doing
He's
his
doing
Oh,
thing.
his
yeah, I'm coming in there. He was doing his own
Yeah,
thing.
that Old Town Road was
So he
everything.
got the record for the longest, I think 17 weeks, number one on Billboard. Something like
Is
that. Straight consecutive 17
I'm not even
weeks.
surprised because that tune was a banger, innit? But he was doing his thing and then.
He's definitely on purpose.
Yeah.
From that, they got all the little kids. Obviously, their minds can easily be polluted.
Exactly.
From that, they release.
But do you know how mad? Do you know how mad it is for a kid, a young kid, to watch that type of video at
Bro.
their age? They're gonna be scarred for life. You get me? Seeing someone grinding on the devil doing.
That's
Bro.
Man, like you said, it's easy to manipulate kids' minds. Some kids probably think it's alright.
100%.
That's what they
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to do.
Yeah, but like, because I didn't even see the video. They might have made it. You can tell us. They might have made the video like entertaining in some way.
Yeah.
So, not. They didn't really make it scary. They kind of made it somewhat
Made it colourful,
colourful, like inviting, innit? So they must be. Oh shit!
Yeah, you have to-
It's
I
kind
think
of
that's
cool.
I reckon I'm trying to understand. Not every kid is being raised in like a religious family.
Mm.
Some kids are like atheists. Yeah, their parents are atheists, or when they see, they'll be like, you know what, kid, my son, my daughter, that's alright. That video's okay. But they don't believe actually there's like hell and heaven. You understand? So
The thing is, even if you're religious, the same thing. Like you're a kid,
Still
even,
polluting,
you're
yeah.
still polluting,
exactly.
right?
Yeah. Chill.
Still fucking you up.
That's messed up.
I
Dude.
feel like they're trying to make this the norm, innit? Like pushing these
100%.
narratives. But
But it's funny because Lil Nas X said it in one of his GQ interviews I've seen on Snapchat. He was saying that that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to normalize the movement, basically. You know what? I don't like. Obviously, he came out as a homosexual individual. Me personally, I don't have anything against homosexuals per se. Me myself, I don't agree with it. I would never like participate in that kind of stuff. But I respect anyone that does it. What I don't like is the fact that it seems like he's trying to push shit
100%.
forward. He's trying to influence people to do it as well. And I think that's where the problem comes.
even I remember what's it called? Was it Cardi B? That she was playing a song, and then when culture came around, she turned off. That even shows like these people know what they're doing is wrong.
Exactly.
They don't want their own kids to be listening to it. That says a lot on its own. People need to pick up on these things, innit? Because like, yeah, this isn't normal. This is not normal.
Facts. And it's funny because people were getting onto her for what she did then, and her response to it was that parents should control their kids. They should make sure that their kids like follow the right stuff and
No,
do
to
not watch
understand.
crazy shit. But what she doesn't get is there's only so much control your parents can have over their kids. Fam.
Facts.
Most of the time,
They're at school.
they're at school.
Yeah, their
Exactly.
own phones, etc.
You get me? Nowadays,
And
kids
she's
are.
right to an extent though. But parents do have a responsibility to see what their child's up to.
They do, but don't you think it's kind
But she also has
of.
a responsibility as well, because a lot of people see her as a role model, innit?
Facts.
So, like, whether she likes it or not, she's a role model to
She
some
is.
people, innit? she's gonna have to.
But she doesn't.
Yeah, but
she
you can't-
moves, but
I don't think it's her responsibility,
You
man.
understand? Because you're trying to say like she has to play the role being a role model to people and at the same time with the kid. So you gotta understand, you can't like she's doing this in the public, like doing this, and now she's trying to do this. She's like being two-faced now. Like after being a good mother, at the same time, how you like
But she could
selling
simply,
stuff
she
like.
could simply just say, I don't make my music for kids. I make it for the adults.
That's
You
what
know,
she said. That's
Exactly,
what
but
she
she
said.
could say that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like,
I mean, that's the thing, though. Like,
it's the same thing with the adult industry.
I feel like it's side effects of it. You get me? Like,
Explain. You know how the adult industry, I don't know, they could come out and say, oh, we make this only for 18 and plus. But like, no one, like, there's no regulation on that. I
Exactly.
can make a fake age, I can say I'm whatever, innit? There's not really any regulation, so
Nah,
parents do have a responsibility, 100%.
yeah, that's true. But with Cardi B, I understand she has to make music, and her music has to sell. You
Yeah.
understand? At the same time, she's right though. You have to take control of your kids. Like, you understand? You can't be going around. You have to know what they're doing. Because at that age, you have to understand. At that kid's age, it's easy. Like it's so hard for them to differentiate what's good and bad. So you have to tell them what's good. You have to tell them what's bad. You understand? And I should rate her for stopping that. Because she was like, you know, she was doing her thing. Then when the kid came, she's like, nah, let me stop you. You know, because the thing is, though, if you walk in, the kid be like, oh, what mommy's doing is okay. But to be honest, the reality is wrong.
Yeah.
So actually, you know, it's true, but at the same time, yeah, it's hard to, you know, what Mama and Pierre said, it's actually hard to actually control, because there's a limit to it, you understand?
exactly.
100%.
So, yeah.
And especially with like TikTok and shit.
Uh-huh.
These tunes are being playing on TikTok. They constantly hear that.
100.
No, that's crazy. I
I think everything's strategic.
100%.
It's like society's raising a like group of crazy children. Because I'm thinking like the next generation is gonna be so.
Bro, they're
fucked.
so. Oh, they're
They
gonna.
are gonna
Well,
be
I'm
so
praying
fucked.
for them now.
They're exposed to
Crazy.
so much shit that we weren't even exposed to.
100%. These are phones at the age of what, 6, 7. Well, like you see 2-year-olds know how to navigate through phones and through
Exactly.
YouTube and shit.
Bro, it's mad.
It's mad. These should be outside kicking ball or colouring
It's not the
shit.
case anymore, man. I feel like kids are slowly becoming antisocial in a way as well. I feel like with this whole pandemic, that kind of contributed to that as well.
100%.
Kids weren't able to interact with other kids as much. Like they were stuck at home,
So social media-
indoors.
social
They had
media
no
was-
choice but to
Exactly.
be on their phones.
So social media was the number one thing they can go to. Like,
Exactly.
browsing, see what's going on.
So I'm sure these things are going to affect them, and eventually it's going to show up on a bigger scale. Do you get me? So when it comes to, I don't know, like employability, for example,
Yeah.
there might not be as many people in future who will like participate in certain jobs, innit? Do you get me?
See the thing? It's like some survey. So I don't know who done the survey, but it was about what jobs kids want to do.
Yeah.
And all of them were like blogger, YouTuber,
Exactly.
TikToker.
Do you get me?
Only the bottom ones were
I didn't see that.
a teacher,
It's mad.
not even engineer, bro, a nurse. It was like very.
Bro, we're raising a generation of kids which are only interested in
Addicted to social
entertainment.
media.
Exactly, what's entertaining. So what really counts, like being a doctor, like the health sectors, the engineering sectors, and all that will be fields which aren't really like admired by kids as much. And at some point, I'm sure we're going to be lacking those kind of skills in this world.
Well, you know what you just said about the blogging and stuff, right? Because I was trying to deep it right now. Do you actually think it's only social media that actually contributes to them doing that, or do you think there's another reason why it makes them go that way, not this direction, going to do
So
blogging?
social media,
talking
innit?
about
You said it's only social media as well?
They're seeing all of these countless of
Lifestyle,
YouTubers. They're looking at their lifestyle. They're looking at the views they get,
Are you
money they
talking about
make.
that? Are you saying the lifestyle that they see?
No, I'm agreeing that social media contributes to it.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm agreeing
There
that.
are other factors.
There are other factors that can also lead to them not going to this
Therefore
road.
is the parents.
Yeah,
I think the
the
parents is
parents.
one of the main reasons. as well.
Upbringing,
Yeah,
maybe
so-
their school, like,
To be honest,
their teachers.
It's
It
a
comes
mixture
down to a lot of
of
facts.
many factors.
So are we gonna agree that is it social media that contributes more, like a high percentage, or there's other factors that
I think social media is
Social media for
definitely
sure.
like one of the main engines to this result.
But then again,
Yeah, it's
doesn't it all start at home?
That's
Like,
you
for
see, you
example,
said,
you
but
know,
I'm trying to deep you right now,
Right.
son.
Parents have a choice when to give their kids phones,
iPads.
iPads and shit.
Yeah.
For example, I could tell my kid, okay, you're not getting a phone until you're in secondary school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like, actually be a kid.
Yeah,
And when they get a phone, you limit their stuff. Like, I don't know, you can't have social media until this age.
Yeah.
You can't have.
But you
you
know
can't
what's
have
good
certain
about
shit
that?
like
Do
this.
you know what's mad with that? Because like, let's say they do that exactly.
But everyone
Because
else
everyone
is-
else has it. They're gonna be late on what's happening in their world.
Well,
innit?
things like, no, but you're not going to be late at primary school. You know what I mean? You're not late at primary school. No one's really,
Elementary.
what are people talking about in primary school?
True.
They talk about football.
No, but I mean like in the
Like for secondary school, okay, secondary school they can be fed it slowly. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It can be monitored at the same time.
But times are changing, you gotta remember. As times change, mindsets change.
Yeah,
So the
100%.
things that were appealing to us back when we were kids might not be the same as like
Facts.
future generations.
I'm even thinking
Yeah, but
about.
the thing is though, what I'm just saying is like, I don't care what time changed, but the way my parents raised me, right, and the way I turned out, I believe I'm a good boy. I turned out okay. That won't never change. I don't care if it's like time change, but I'll still trying to raise my kid the way my parents raised me. Do you understand? Like I think I got a phone when I was like in year 10-ish. You understand?
I hear what you're saying, but even if you were raised a good way and your parents doing that for you was the right thing to do, because you believe in a world where everyone else wasn't raised the same way, you might feel some kind of way. You might not be able to connect with those things. Yeah, you feel alienated at some point. So in a way, you kind of have to find a way to adapt their teaching to the world they're living in as well.
I was gonna say
Because if
that.
you're too good, bro, you know how the world is now, innit?
Take
You're gonna,
So you're
get
saying-
taken advantage of.
You try to like change the way, trying to twist it a bit the way we're raised
Yeah,
to
that-
adapt to the environment.
Obviously, you still have those barriers in place, but it has to be accustomed to the times, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because even when S made that point, it's kind of like the peer pressure, innit? Like when the time where everyone's on their phone, especially with kids, they got tablets, they got iPads. So if it's a case where your kid's going to school now and he's the only one, no phone, nothing. I mean, they're bullying him now. Like, how's that affecting him mentally? And how's that affecting him? You know what I'm saying? Because like socially, because like you said, they're talking about current stuff. He's clueless.
Yeah.
So in that sense as well, there's got to be like just barriers, innit?
But I'm talking about primary school level, innit? I'm not talking about secondary school, you need a phone anyways, because it's going to be away
Even
from
in
home.
primary school though, there's kids
you-
with iPads and that.
That's-
though.
No,
that's
I
at
can't
home,
like
though.
kids are playing.
I can't lie,
Listen,
kids
no,
nowadays.
they're on
Listen,
phones,
you know now,
right?
no, but
Especially-
that's at home,
especially-
that can be monitored.
Especially since lockdown. Bro,
So 100%, but
especially since lockdown, they're on their phones.
but I'm saying,
They're on
for
tablets,
example,
they're-
there's no primary school kid who takes their phone to school. Maybe there is, but you're not allowed anyways.
No, I hear
But at
it.
home it can be monitored, you know what I mean?
Only to a certain extent though, because how are you gonna monitor it, bro? You might slap some what's it called, the parental lock on
Yeah.
their YouTube or whatever, their phones, whatever they use, but they might still fall on that kind of stuff eventually. And like you said,
That's with no
on
censorship.
TikTok, for example, do you even have that option of having parental guidance on that? On certain applications, you don't have those kinds of like options, innit? So regardless, sooner or later, they're gonna be exposed to some crazy shit.
Facts.
So when it comes to that, what are you supposed to do? And even if you do manage to, let's say, have some like
Control
on their phones, they're
Still
not
find a way.
exactly. They're always kids
Yeah,
always
I
find
can't
a
lie,
way.
you know what? I'll be honest with you. Sometimes my parents used to like check my phone and that I'm still finding ways to
Exactly.
link girls.
100%.
They will see ways I was trying to like, get my ways. You understand?
Even me, bro. The amount of times I remember back in the day when I was like 12-ish, I used to play Call of Duty. And my mom's Christian, so she thinks them kind of
I
games
like
are a
hiding
bit,
games.
yeah, they're a bit mad. So she used to hide my game all the time. And I'm telling you, bro, every time she hid it, I found it. It got to the point where she was like, you know what, let me just let him play.
What's that saying?
Got tired.
What's that saying? When there's a will, there's a way. So
There's
if
a
there's a
way.
will to get inside, let's always find a way.
No, but especially with TikTok and shit, like even you see like girls floating around, like imagine like little kids watching that shit.
Crazy, man.
Crazy, like,
It's literally
oh, shit.
programming them.
Bro, can you
Yeah,
imagine
ass
how
and shit.
fucked they're gonna be?
Especially when they see the views they get and the likes. They probably
100%.
think, oh,
That's why they want it.
I gotta do this as well. I'm talking about the little kids watching it. Don't think, oh, to get this likes or attention,
Oh,
I
like,
got to
you
do
have
the
to show,
same.
you have to show
I
skin.
like how you just said attention. They want the attention.
Yeah, that's the
I
new
feel like-
currency, man. But
I think all this year is gonna distort kids' perceptions of reality to the point where they're gonna be acting reckless,
100%.
doing shit that makes no sense. Even us, like even people our age nowadays are doing shit that
Just to get views, no?
exactly that doesn't make
For
sense.
clout.
Like how much shit do I see online?
we're in the end times for sure.
Everyone's skin out.
People go against their morals just to get views.
How are you showing?
It's gonna be a crazy world.
Like, even
What's
talking
the
about-
Busset challenge?
Exactly, talking about them kind of stuff. You see what's happening? Like, yo,
Bad
catch me outside.
What's her name?
Bad baby, bad baby.
Brad Baby, is that it?
What does she do? She
Daniel
did what?
Brigodi,
Oh, yeah.
that's
Man, know the full government. You know that
Bro, $1 million in 6 hours.
Ask.
What do you man think about that?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans,
Yeah,
bro. $1 million.
That's
Oh,
how
like-
you know some man was
It's 6
thirsty. They were
You know the
waiting
people
for it
who
to.
bought that shit? They've been plotting, waiting until she turned 18.
You know,
That's
you
disgusting.
know where that
Bro,
is, bro.
imagine a week after she turned 18, she made the meal.
That was her birthday gift.
It wouldn't even direct to the camera, but I know no one that bought that is watching us, so that's alright.
Look, like her making the milk, okay, good for her. But I'm talking about people who paid to.
It's not like
Spending your hard-earned money,
She
bro.
just turned 18.
I can't lie.
For her to make $1 million, that means, can you imagine the amount of people that must have
Subscribe
subscribed
to
to that shit from? And I'm sure they weren't just young people, like
Bro,
people
bro,
our age,
most I'm
fam.
telling you, most of them are grown ass men. I'm telling
Fam,
you.
probably some rich old niggas, fam.
Man, them are thirsty, bro.
So what's your man's take on it? Let's just go one by one, man.
Right, JD can start.
Well, alright, it's good for her, innit? Because she made the meal. That's good money, but I can't lie, bro. For the man them, can't lie, man them, we need to pay up, bro. Can't be doing that,
I'm
fam.
like Sims, for real.
Yeah,
I ain't
can't be
even
doing
gonna
that.
say we. I'm not associating them. None of these lot.
I can't lie.
The man them
You don't
The
need to
man them
Right.
they need to fix up ASAP. That's what I can say, because, right, giving someone a meal just, right, I don't even know how OnlyFans works, because I don't have it. So I
Are
don't
you
want to-
sure?
No, I don't even know how it works though. I don't. All I remember is I saw like she made 250K for messages. So I don't want to imagine how many man them
It's crazy.
actually went in there and started like sending messages. So I don't know.
I don't understand how like people can do that, man. Because like they have the option of watching porn, innit? Yeah,
free.
But there's for free as well, innit? You have all the content in the world on there, but you're still gonna pay.
That's how you know you have an issue. There's something wrong.
It's
There's
like-
something going on.
It's never enough, innit? They always
They might want that homemade fresh shit.
Yeah, that sounds real. That sounds fucked.
I don't know.
But hey,
Well,
I don't know what to think about it. Obviously, she made her bread.
Yeah, good
If
for
I was
her.
in the right position, I'd be happy as well. I'm sure she probably didn't even post anything crazy on
I
there.
don't even know.
Maybe
Something
she
crazy
did,
was
but
like,
even if she did, for people to actually like go out their way to subscribe to it, to message her, to pay to message as well,
Yeah,
because you have to pay to message,
yeah.
innit? I think
6 hours though.
what?
Yeah, my take on it is like
That man were waiting for that shit, man.
6 hours, bro.
That's
Maybe
what
24
you
hours.
know you can make a custom countdown until her birthday.
Bro,
These
that's
niggas
so mad.
plotting, waiting.
Probably set the alarm up for when she turned 18, fam.
boom. So weird.
6
What's
hours.
your take on it? Yes.
Me. She made her money. She made the meal in 6 hours. What is that? 1 million divided by 6. What's that? What, 160K an hour. That's crazy, but I don't know. The people who bought it need to fix up.
Seriously.
They could have invested that in some crypto. They could quick little flip.
She don't even need
And
to
then
invest
bought,
in
and
no
then bought some
crypto.
more OnlyFans from
Made the
it.
meal already.
She made the bill already. She's got
Keep making more of
she's
them,
got
innit?
the bag already, fam. She
Yo,
don't need to invest
cameraman,
it.
do you want to touch on that as well?
No, you man pretty much said all the points really. Like instead of spending their money on that, they could have just invested into assets.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? It's their money, it's their life, it's their choice. If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. You can't control everyone. Just
Right,
take.
but you can't save everyone like that.
You can't say everyone. So if that's what they
Don't
want to
say
do,
that. You don't want to be sad.
it's mad. It is mad. I definitely agree, but it's like you don't know what goes on in people's minds. So.
It is what it is.
No, 100. My take on it is like, Man, need to pattern up, man. Like, people always want to blame the woman and stuff. No, bro, she's seen a chance and she took it, innit?
Yeah.
You shouldn't, exactly, you should capitalize on it. You man shouldn't make it so vulnerable like that. Like, yo, there are enough things you could do with your money, better things you could do with your money, but
I
to
think
each their
that's
own,
why
bro.
most of these girls have high expectations now.
That's why they don't really respect a lot of men like back in the day, because I feel like they see men doing this first and after them. How the hell are they gonna respect those type of men? So you man be the same guy saying, oh, why is she leaving me on red? Or why is she disrespecting me? Bro, because you're allowing it through,
Trust me.
subscribing to shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So pattern up, man.
So man,
And delete that nonsense, man.
Fact.
You can do better.
there's no need to even tell them to stop because that shit's gonna keep going on forever.
I'm trying to help, man.
100%.
I hear you.
I'm trying to save some lives.
Yeah, it is.
But they don't want to be saved, but they don't want to get saved. They don't want
I'm
to get
gonna enjoy
If
that.
he saves at least one life, it's worth it.
I guarantee when she posts another deal, she'll make another meal.
There you go.
Hey, prove us wrong.
She'll make another meal, bro.
Prove us wrong.
There's no solution to this, man.
So yeah.
It is what it is. Anyways, you man, that's us for today. I hope you enjoyed
That's a wrap.
this episode.
Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let us know what you want to hear.
And that's it.